When the paleo parlor reopens. Just when Nova thought the adventure was over, the paleo parlor begins to glow again. The sketchbook vibrates. The air hums. A soft voice echoes through the room. What if the story didn't stop with extinction? Nova smiles. Because curiosity never ends, it evolves. The doors reopen, but this time, the worlds beyond are familiar, yet transformed. This safari isn't only about the past anymore. It's about connection, how ancient life, modern animals, and imagination are all part of the same creative thread. The sign above the door flickers. Part 2, Style Never Goes Extinct. Modern Animals, the Living Runway. The first stop is a sunlit forest alive with sound. A peacock steps forward, tail feathers exploding into a living fan of color. Each feather shimmers with eye-like patterns not random, but evolved displays designed to communicate strength and beauty. Nova writes, nature invented bold patterns long before fashion shows. Nearby, a bird of paradise performs an elaborate dance, feathers flipping, twisting, and flaring like a perfectly choreographed routine. These birds don't just look stylish, they perform style. Fun fact, many birds use feather arrangement to signal health, confidence, and identity. These aren't costumes, they're messages. Above the canopy, a harpy eagle soars with a powerful feathered crest flowing backward like a natural crown. Functional for protection, striking in appearance, style with purpose, textures of the present, fur, feathers, and function. The safari moves into grasslands. A herd of zebras gallops past, black and white stripes flashing like motion art. Nova remembers reading that each zebra's stripes are unique nature's version of personal design. A highland cow stands calmly, its long bangs covering its eyes like a dramatic fringe. That shaggy hair isn't just charming, it shields against cold winds and insects. A sloth hangs lazily from a tree, fur tinted green from algae. Not dirt, not neglect. A living collaboration between animal and environment. Nova sketch sur les bold, style plus survival égale évolution, reptiles, scales, and ancient echoes. The safari heats up. A frilled lizard suddenly flares its neck into a circular display, bright, dramatic, impossible to ignore. That frill isn't decoration alone, it's communication, defense, and intimidation all in one. A chameleon crawls across a branch, skin shifting colors smoothly. Not just camouflage, sometimes emotion, temperature, or social signaling. Nova pauses. Wait, that's prehistoric thinking in a modern body. Because long before hair dye or patterns, animals evolved dynamic surfaces, scales, feathers, fur that changed and adapted. Style wasn't invented, it emerged. Ancient legends meet living animals. The paleo parlor shifts again, this time blending myth, culture, and biology. Nova sees dragons not fire-breathing monsters, but reflections of real animals. Reptiles, birds, and dinosaurs woven into human imagination. Across cultures, people described creatures with flowing manes, feathered crests, shimmering scales. Why? Because humans have always noticed texture, movement, and presence. A lion steps into view, mane glowing in the sunlight. That mane isn't random, it signals strength, maturity, and health. A horse gallops across a field, mane and tail streaming like ribbons. Humans later braided them not to change them, but to honor them. Nova realizes something important. Humans didn't invent hairstyles, they learned from nature, the science of expression. The safari pauses in a quiet clearing. A glowing display appears, showing microscopic views of feathers, hair follicles, and scales. Nova reads, hair helps regulate temperature. Feathers aid flight and communication. Fur protects, insulates, and signals. Scales reduce friction and protect skin. Every texture tells a story. Every pattern has a reason. Even imagined prehistoric hairstyles are rooted in real science, biology, physics, evolution. That's the secret of the Space Bun Safari. Imagination isn't the opposite of learning, it's the doorway. Why humans style hair at all. The final stop feels closer to home. Humans appear ancient and modern. Braids in Africa carrying cultural meaning. Top knots in Asia symbolizing tradition. Warrior styles signaling bravery. Creative cuts expressing identity. Nova sees the connection clearly now. Animals express survival. Humans express identity. Both use texture, shape, and style. Hair, fur, feathers, scales, they're all languages. The grand reflection finale. The safari gathers everything together: past, present, imagination, science. Dinosaurs with feathered crests stand beside modern birds. Mammoths fade into elephants. Ancient sharks glide into modern seas. Nova closes the sketchbook, now glowing brighter than before. The voice returns. What you imagine today becomes curiosity tomorrow. Nova turns to the audience. If nature has always been creative, what will you imagine next? The paleo parlor fades, but curiosity remains.